Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football. I hope all of you are doing well. You are doing well. All of you are doing well tonight. And why? Ladies and gentlemen, done deal. I could also reference the meme. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Younes Hato to Chelsea is done. Finally. We got the confirmations. It's finally arrived. And I said in video number one, I was like thinking, you know what, okay, is it going to be today, tomorrow maybe? But it could be today, maybe it happens later, you never know. Well, here we go. If you didn't catch video number one, where we went into some depth on Younes Hato, so go and have a look right here, where not just in terms of him arriving at Chelsea, but his role. What would it compromise of? What would it be, not just in the short term but in the long term? And there was a couple of points that I really liked when I heard what is the plan. You can go and check that out and have a look for yourselves. But let's talk about more on the confirmation and the news. We've got it unveiled to us by David Ornstein with the exclusive, telling us Chelsea reached total agreement with Ajax to sign Younes Hato, subject to Ajax supervisory board approval. Fee above of 40 million euros plus sell-on. Pending green light, 19-year-old defender to travel to London for medical and join Chelsea on a deal until 2032. So, it's a 7-year contract. Welcome to the 7-year club, my friend. Fabrizio, also with a break in Younes Hato to Chelsea is... Here we go. Deal in place with Ajax for fee in excess of 40 million euros. Hato will sign long-term deal at Chelsea as he only wanted to join Chelsea this summer, so Arsenal were never in the question. Just saying. And I've got to talk about Arsenal later as well, because not their club, their fans, some of them are moving a little mad. I've got something to say. Medical and travel set to be booked for talented defender. Indeed he is talented. That's over and out. Younes Hato is finally on his way to Chelsea, on his way to a medical. It's a done deal, it's completed, and we can now get some sleep tonight. One of the two. Double Dutch is now done. We turn our attention to Xavi Simons. And where is that going to happen? When is that going to happen? How is that going to happen? We'll see. But very good to hear that Hato is over the line, and it's what we've been waiting for. The fee confirmed by Sky Sports News. I was going to say Spy Sports News. You know, Patrice Punani. Big up Matisse. £35.5 million plus add-ons for Hato. What are the add-ons? Even if it's something that he hits, it's not going to be hit tomorrow. So right now, it's £35.5 million that we're spending on Younes Hato. Happy days. Brilliant. So that deal is now over the line. Fantastic. That's looking good. We wait for his arrival. We've been expecting you, Mr. Hato. Yeah, so much so that I've been, deciphering how to say your name correctly. But we got there in the end, according to what I've seen. It is in fact Hato. Some people still think it's Hato. Well, when you arrive, you can sort this little situation out for us. In your unveiling video, maybe you can say your name so we can all hear. But that's the latest. Younes Hato to Chelsea, done deal. Finally. And I'm very happy. As you've seen in video number one, why? In detail. On a light note, I'm just going to say, fantastic depth for Cucurella. Simple as that. Cucurella does not need to be run into the ground next season. Premier League, Champions League, we can rotate whenever needed and we're covered. The hierarchy is good, the structure is good. Cucurella and Hato age gap, boom. When Cucurella's time comes, when he's got to call it a day, Hato hopefully is in place, ready to be a first team player. And then we keep an eye on our other left back, which I might as well jump to. I might as well jump to that right now. I might as well. So, there was news earlier on that Chelsea had confirmed to everyone that Ishe Samuel-Smith has in fact joined Strasbourg. Permanent move. Done. Right? And I see Arsenal fans, mainly, when online, right? It was mainly the Arsenal lot, because you can see by the names and you can, and their pictures and their DPs and all that. complaining, Chelsea are cheating. Chelsea are cheating. How are they selling a player that's clearly theirs but to Strasbourg, so he's still under the umbrella, but they're pocketing money for it? How is this allowed? Listen, I don't know how many times, and this is coming from someone that criticised the model. Yeah? So listen to me carefully. Premier League clubs had the chance to halt all of this sort of business between multi-club structures, right? Where business is done and on the books it counts as profit, but really it's not, because it's the same club within the same umbrella, so you're just shifting money around. Premier League clubs had a chance to put in a vote in order to take action on this sort of thing. Premier League clubs refused. So what are you going to do about it? Don't just sit there and complain. How about you go and get the Cronkays to go and buy a club and start doing the same thing? No one's stopping you. Listen, you either do something about it, and you had the chance to, you didn't. Well, now, look, you know what's allowed. It's not cheating, because we're doing it. Others are doing it. Multi-club model, go and get yourself a multi-club model. End of story. Don't complain and be the victim when you can just actually go and get a little club. I say little club, so-called, but go and get a smaller club and do it yourselves. What are you complaining about? No one's stopping you. It's not even a loophole. So that's that. I just thought I'd make that clear. It's got to be made clear. It's got to be made clear. Too much complaining, not enough action. We're the ones here actually taking some sort of action here. Samuel Smith is someone that we can send to Strasbourg now, put in a buyback, wait, and in a few seasons, if he blows up, if something happens, and Cucure's time is about to come to an end, Hato is now the number one left back, boom, we can get Samuel Smith back in. Who's to say we can't? That's called structure. Arsenal, try it. You might get somewhere. So that's that. Now, I want to move to Sesko and a couple of other things before we wrap up. So the latest from David Ornstein is that RB Leipzig asking price for Benjamin Sesko is 75 million euros, around there, guaranteed, plus add-ons and a percentage of a future sale. Fee expectation communicated to suitors for 22-year-old striker. Newcastle and Man United pursuing, but no agreements yet with RB Leipzig or the Slovenia forward. It does seem like Manchester United are the ones most interested in Sesko. And Man United fans are not happy. They're not happy, and look, I get it. Personally, I'll be real, and I've said this before, when Chelsea were kind of linked with him, I'm not a fan of Sesko. I'm just not. I think he's okay. He's okay. But I don't think he's going to... He might prove me wrong. I don't think he's going to come to the Premier League and light it up. I just don't see it. Gyökeres, yes. Gyökeres, yes. Sesko, I don't see it. He looks like a Bundesliga player. Nothing more. That's my feeling, my opinion, my view on him. Like I said, he's not rubbish, but I don't feel like he's going to be able to save Man United. I just don't. Well, Man United's beyond saving, if we're being honest, but you get the gist. But Sesko, they need more than a Sesko. They need more than that. And look, I feel like with how close Arsenal were to Sesko, it's very telling that the moment the opportunity came for them to get Gyökeres, they abandoned Sesko and threw him away like trash. Like, yeah, no, you know what? We've spoken to you for ages, but we don't need you anymore. Gyökeres, it's actually happening, yeah? Cool, we'll get this one done because that's the prime one. Sesko, I just don't think is hot property. I really don't. But what I will say is, between Manchester United and Newcastle, whoever does go in for Sesko, the remaining club, well, all you're going to have is Nicholas Jackson to turn to. And if you do decide to knock on our door for Nicholas Jackson, well, we're going to have to charge you a premium compared to what we would charge you right now. Just saying. So if you want to make a move, you better make it move now. Just saying. Okay. Good. I'm glad you're not listening. So, that's latest on Sesko. It's a lot of money as well. A lot of money. But it's better than nothing for Man United right now, or even Newcastle if they lose Isak. It's better than nothing. They're going to end up with no striker. Well, Man United will just end up with Højlund and that's it. And to be fair, Højlund's not a bad striker. Again, just average, just good. Nothing more, So, yeah, big things need to happen at that football club. Major surgery. Now, talking about Man United, I did tell you guys earlier on about a rumour. Funnily enough, a rumour about Donnarumma, right? And that rumour was Man United were looking at him and were interested. And that came from France. That came from Sports Zone, where Fabrizio has confirmed to us that no talks are ongoing at this stage between Donnarumma and Man United or Chelsea. Nothing concrete ongoing despite reports. End of story. Which is exactly how I thought it was. I saw that report and I told you in video number 1, there's no way this is true. Surely not. This is not true. I don't see it. Man United, really? Man United are going to pay that sort of salary and they're cutting the wages of the tea lady. Do you know what I mean? Or they're cutting the catering staff, they're cutting all sorts. They don't even want to buy gifts for the opponents in a pre-season friendly. They don't want to uphold the tradition because of costs. And you lot are thinking they're going to go out and pay the salary of Sesko. Not of Sesko, sorry. Of Donnarumma. Come on. So, look, that's where... I think it was pretty clear that it's not happening. And Fabrizio has now said it's not. So, unlucky United. Simple as that. Osimhen. Even Osimhen has finally come to an end. You know what's mad? I actually find it pretty crazy. I did not predict this at all. We're on the 30th of July today. Yeah, July 30th. And we now have Gyökeres at a new club and Osimhen at a new club. And these are players that I thought would go all the way to deadline day. Remember at the beginning of the window, I was telling you guys, I was like, this is something that could go on to deadline day. Well, they've all got clubs now. It's done. Osimhen has arrived in Turkey, in Istanbul. He's ready for his unveiling on a permanent basis at Galatasaray. Done. Deal. Finished. Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Now, Ben Jacobs confirms the details here. Galatasaray confirm Victor Osimhen has joined from Napoli for 75 million euros. Galatasaray will pay 40 million euros up front and 35 million euros in 12 months. Napoli also retain a 10% sell-on. This is not something that I don't think Chelsea could have done. Chelsea could have done this easily. 40 and then 35 in 12 months. Piece of cake. Euros as well, by the way. That's about what? 65 million pounds for Osimhen. Easy. It's not that. Osimhen can't be sold to Serie A club for the next 2 years, right? And I want to know how much is his salary. That's what I want to know. Turkey, Galatasaray, how much are you paying him? That's what I want to find out. Because the fact that it ended with no one coming in for Osimhen, Galatasaray were the ones to get the deal done. Chelsea could have got it done last year. We were this close and it just all fell through. It seems like it is a case of not Osimhen specifically, his agent. It seems like the work of his agent that has I don't know. I don't know if he's sabotaged him here, if he's done him dirty, or if Osimhen is happy playing at Galatasaray. Because if he's happy playing at Galatasaray, then he's not been done. You know, he's happy where he is. So great, that agent's done his job. But you'd think he could have had a bigger club if things were prioritized a little bit better. Seems like it wasn't. But maybe he's got what he wants and maybe he's happy in Galatasaray. Maybe he feels comfortable there. And if he does, well, good luck to him. No one can tell him how to feel. So, yeah. I'd love to know your opinions. I know I'm going to get a big contingency of the Nigerian audience here. I want to hear you. What do you think? Because I know you lot know the player a bit deeper than, say, the rest of us. It's similar to how I, for example, will know any sort of Algerian player a bit better than any of you. Because not only do we know that little bit more, but we also hear that little bit more from home. There's more knowledge. The Nigerians, I want to hear, what do you think on Osimhen's permanent move to Galatasaray? Is that something he wants? Is he happy with that? Are you happy with that? Is that the right thing to happen? Or could something else have been done? Let me know. I'd love to know. I'd love to know. So, that's that. Also, Fabrizio did say the team's interested in Raheem Sterling. Would like to sign the player only on loan with an option to buy, but Chelsea want at least an obligation in the deal. You see, now this is the situation we have with Sterling. Similarly to how United are with Garnacho. You know? Or there's clubs that have players on their books that are just like, oh my God, how the hell what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? Yeah. And they're stuck. Sterling is one of these guys. Now, I hope we don't let him go on a loan. Sterling is, I think, a player that we should be able to sell. Even if it's 20 million, take it. Just take it and go, honestly, because don't expect too much from Sterling. Ben Chilwell, on the other hand, this is a tough one to let go. No one's coming in for him. That's someone where we might have to contemplate a loan. So, we'll see. We'll see. But that's the latest overall. There is one little rumour from the Mail, and I want to mention this, but it says Morgan Rogers is expected to sign a new deal at Aston Villa. Maybe he's not going anywhere. And right now, look, his name's gone cold. We've not said his name in about 2 weeks. You know, at least since I arrived here, I've not mentioned his name once. Nothing's been said. So yeah, maybe he is signing a new deal. Maybe he's not going anywhere. Who knows? Morgan Rogers, but that would make sense with the links that we're hearing on Garnacho. We're about to get Xavi Simons. No one else is in for Morgan Rogers, it seems. We're hearing about Jackson, but not really involving Aston Villa. Maybe he just stays and Aston Villa have done their bit and that's it. Possibility. So, that's the latest. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. I'd love to hear everything that you've had to say on this matter and on these matters. But Younes Hato to Chelsea is a done deal. Thank goodness for that. Now all eyes are on Xavi Simons. Listen, we're going to need a double Dutch. I ordered a double Dutch. So listen, can the double Dutch please, please stand up? Can we get the second Dutch person in here to please stand up? Fingers crossed, Xavi Simons is next. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. Subscribe, notification bell on. And I will see all of you tomorrow. In a bit, people. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.